plethora of options. It's him getting downhill, his ability to find his teammates ahead with kick aheads or over the top when bigs are rim running, or he's finding guys for three. So he's got great vision. When we've got an open floor, I know something good's going to happen, and have so much trust and confidence in his decision making.
Taylor, obviously, Giles, that mid-range shot, that's maybe he's been working on. Was that something you guys talked about him doing, or is that something you just kind of saw he took the initiative on, and that's where he wants to evolve his game towards?
Yeah, I mean, just a lot of collaboration with him at the end of last season in terms of a lot of things for him to continue to work on defensively, offensively. Obviously, the jump shooting ability, being able to shoot off the bounce, when teams are going under, teams are going to switch on him, whatever the situation might be. Mid-range being a package because his teams are going to try to take away the rim and take away threes. He's got to be able to have that counter as well. And it's also part of his, free throw work that he's been doing. So shot was a big focus for him this summer, but it's a variation of shots. Catch and shoot off the bounce. He really was locked in this summer, and you can start seeing it right now, and it's translating to success, and great things going to be his teams are going to guard in different ways over the course of the season, and him just having now an array of tools to beat that is going to be really fun to watch.
Taylor, so Kyle Anderson had a lot of ISO looks tonight, and just with his shift over to the bench, was that kind of designed to put him in situations where he's being able to create more? And how do you think he's been doing in that role so far?
Yeah, I think he's doing a great job. Obviously tonight he played a little bit more on the wing. He's been playing at the 4 and just kind of juggling the lineups a little bit there. But he is a guy that just embraces whatever role he can do to help the team. Tonight had a number of ISO situations. A lot of that was created off of like drive and kick, pick and rolls, and just with his size and the speed that he plays at, he's able to create angles to kind of put guys in a bind, get deep in the paint. So love how he's approaching the season. He's a versatile player. We always talk about that, but being able to put the ball in his hands, with that second unit, it's just another playmaker for us to have.
In the games where the starters have played, the scores have gone your way, but is there any area, I guess, that you personally have identified as somewhere you need to get better before the regular season starts?
Yeah, I mean, we're probably going to have a number of areas. I think our guys are pretty locked in defensively, offensively. We've got into a lot more game planning, as we're going through the preseason scouts. So it's really challenging the guys to kind of continue to take that, seriousness and focus to another level. I think I'm always going to hit them on just our habits, one-on-one defense, rebounding is going to be a big thing. Is that going to be a potential area that we're going to struggle in? I don't know. I think just the versatility in our pick and roll coverages, we're finding consistency game to game, but we have our minor breakdowns here and there. So to me, the biggest thing is just finding consistency in all areas. We're doing really well. Offensively, just, our willingness to be in the right spots. I can't stress that enough. Be in the right spots, possession after possession, make the early passes. Just become a threat at both the rim and from the three-point line. It's going to be really hard, for teams to guard us. So I'm always going to find something to push these guys. It's just incremental, steps in the right direction one day at a time right now.
Speaking of incremental steps, Jaren is doing more to be more aggressive with his rebounding, it seems like. Is that something you guys have noticed that he's doing more and try to preach to him a little bit to get more active?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, he's got the capability of being an anchor for us defensively. It's not just guarding on the perimeter with his mobility, but just his ability to alter shots. But then he's got to finish possessions with rebounds. So him playing at the 5, when we sub, we've talked about him, being more aggressive on the rebounding front. So that's just a big step, of improvement for him. And if he's playing that level, getting those rebounds, he'll eventually get double-digit rebounds. That just helps our defense, not giving them second chance points, which is a big priority of ours. So, the fact that he's doing that is really big to see early on, and I hope he continues to do it.
Anything else? All right.
Thank you. Thanks, everybody.